Hey everyone, I'm Sebastian Spooky, and today we're going to be reacting to Am I the Asshole post and see what you all think about it. And I want to try out this new content on this channel and see how it does. But I hope you all have had a wonderful couple of months. I have not been on here. There's just been a lot of stuff going on, but I hope you all enjoy today's video. So please comment down below what you thought about this, what your reactions are to some of these stories. So get a drink, get something to eat, and let's jump right on into this. So this first one is this girl is not wanting to invite her sister to her wedding. So let's hold on, put a pin in it, and let's hear her out and see why she's not wanting to let her sister in. Long story short, my sister and I aren't close anymore as we used to be. But she decided to destroy that by sleeping with my ex-boyfriend while we were still together. Ooh. Fast forward a couple of years, due to pressure from my family, I decided to forgive her. I wanted to be civil, and quite frankly, I realized that I did end up dodging a bullet. If it wasn't her, it would have been with someone else. Anyways, I'm now engaged to be married in June, and she is upset that she didn't get an invitation to my wedding. She claims that because I forgave her that there is no reason I shouldn't invite her. And if I don't, she will never forgive me. My family thinks that I'm being an asshole for this and no one is siding with me. From my perspective, you forgive someone, but not completely. There are some areas of my life I'll never trust her with again. So, am I overthinking this or am I being harsh? I don't think that she's being harsh considering all this stuff that's going on. And she is your sister. She's supposed to be there for you. She's supposed to do all this stuff. And I'm sorry, that crosses a line. That is like a really big boundary. She went and slept with your boyfriend, this person that you've been with. And you don't really, I'm sorry, family is not supposed to do that. That is awful. So I do not blame you for not wanting to invite her to your wedding. I mean, that's a big, like, trust that she just completely, like, destroyed. She would have to slowly, like, build that trust back up, but I don't blame you for not wanting to have her in your life because, girl, that is too much. That is just too much. That girl a whole mess. But she did help you dodge a bullet, so she got that out of your life. And she proved who she was in that moment. So I do not blame you for not wanting to invite her to your wedding. I wouldn't either. Honestly, I'd be keeping that girl away from my husbands. All of my husbands. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'd be keeping her away from all my boyfriends. Because next thing you know, she tries to hit on them. Not saying the boyfriend or husband's going to cheat. But big, huge red flag. Would not trust her either. So we're going to get into it with this one. It looks like there's going to be some family drama here. So make sure you have your beverage and everything. And let's get started. Am I the asshole for not wanting to meet my half-brother? I wonder what's going on here. I, 25F, have a half-brother, 40 male. No, my dad's son, like the other half-brother. Me and my mom, 64 female, and my dad, 65 male, and my other brother, 27 male, lives in the U.S., while my half-brother and his wife and his kids live in Mexico. My whole family is from Mexico. I never met my half-brother. I never knew I had a half-brother until my dad told me when I was 15 when he came back from my uncle's house drunk and told me and my other brother about him. Oh my God. That had been a horrible way to receive some news. I looked him up on Facebook and found his page. Everything my dad said, checked out his name, his family, even where he lives, the same state my parents are from. And he looks exactly like my dad. You could find anyone on social media nowadays, so it's not really surprising to me, but again, I think this is a lot at 15. I sent him a friend request, and he surprisingly accepted it. I texted him and told him who I was, and I wanted to get to know him and my nephew and my twin nieces, his wife, but he told me he knew who I was, and he didn't want nothing to do with me and my other brother since our dad left his mom to date my mom, and he resents all of us, and he blocked me. Oh my God, ooh. I'm like, that dude's an adult. He could have been a little bit nicer. I mean, I can understand being upset, but I'm like, bro, you're like 30 or something, and she's like 15. Like, can you cool it down just a little bit? Like, you didn't have to be so rude. I told my dad, thanks. Okay, sorry. Now to the present, me and a few cousins are going to Mexico this June. My dad told my half-brother that we should meet, and I guess he had a change of heart because he said yes, that he was willing to pick me up from the airport and then I could stay with his in his house with his wife and his kids. Oh my God, bro. That would be so hard, especially what he just told you, like, a couple years ago to your, like, on Facebook. And he was so harsh about it. Like, he was so mean. And now he has to change your heart. I would not want to be living with this person's house. I would not feel welcome. I'd feel really upset. I'd also be really upset at my dad for not telling me in the first place that I had another brother somewhere. Like, bro, what the heck? I told my dad thanks, but no thanks, that what he told me last time was messed up and that I didn't want to meet him. But I didn't want nothing to do with me. He had nothing to do with me and my mom agreed with telling my dad that my half-brother shouldn't have talked to me like that when I was a minor. I agreed. My half-brother unblocked me on Facebook and apologized to me, and he told me he wanted to meet me and my other brother. Ooh. I'll put here what I told him, but I'll put it in English. Thank you for apologizing, brother, his name. But when I go to Mexico this June, I don't want to meet you. I don't want you to talk to me. If I'm being honest, I don't see you as my brother. You're a stranger to me, and I want to keep it that way. Ooh. He told my dad called me an asshole, telling me to get over what he told me when I was 15 because we were just kids, which is stupid because when I was 15, he was 30. But my other brother told me just to meet up with him so our dad can shut up, and that I was kind of being an asshole. Bro, that's a whole lot to digest right there. Like, what? You have a whole nother brother somewhere who has a whole nother family. And a whole nother family you didn't even know your dad had before he came to see your mom. Or got with your mom. I don't blame you for it being a lot, and then you try to reach out, and then he was just so harsh about it, and then your dad's trying to, like, stand up for him or tell you to go meet him. I mean, I get maybe him wanting to go meet him anyways, and maybe hoping that things would get better, but I would also not want to meet someone after they just rejected me, and I was 15, and they're like this adult. He was not a child. He a grown-ass man, like a full grown-ass man, so he had no nerve saying that to a small child that was just, or a teenager at least, wanting just to get to know their other half of their family. So I'm sorry, I do not think that she's an asshole, but what do you guys think down below? That was some strong family drama right there, like, good lord. I have had a parrot joking about having other siblings out there somewhere, so, and I did kind of have a scenario like that too in my life, but I kind of feel bad for that sibling, but yeah. Long story, but anyways, tell me down below what you guys are thoughts about this story, if you thought they were the asshole or what, but let's go read our other story and see what you all think about that as well. Now moving on from that one, we're going to read this one, and the title is, Am I an asshole for thinking the relationship between my mom and my brother is weird? Okay, let's just read it before we just jump to conclusions. For my 23 entire life, my mom has always been overprotective of my brother, 29 male, and I. But I've noticed that she has always favored my brother, even though they fight all the time. Okay? He's always been the fun, loud, hot-headed, caring, extroverted one, where I'm more quiet, stubborn, introverted. My mom is exactly like my brother. So they've always had a strong bond, but as we got older, I've realized how weird their relationship is. Oh my god. Let's just keep on reading. A few examples. 1. She would shave his back and bottom when he was a teen and early 20s an adult. Oh my god, that is too much. That is already too much for me. 2. He told her immediately after he lost his virginity, and that they had always talked about sex a lot. 3. He sends pics of his okay to her as a joke. 4. She used to flash her chest to my brother and I when we were kids and teens. Quotation, even up to when my brother was in his 20s while I was a teen. But she hasn't done that in the last 7 to 8 years, which is about the time that he moved out. Oh my god. I'd be scarred for life. Bro, that's just, I don't even know what to say here. 5. There's more. She's always had a difficult relationship with his ex-girlfriends, and now his wife. 6. He could do something really awful and she would disregard it. But however, if he doesn't answer her text, then she'll scream at him for ignoring her, which means that they'll get into a huge fight, but within a few days, they're back to their normal like nothing happened. What in tarnations is going on here? Okay, that's not even it, though. Last year, my mom sent a picture of her just with, let's just say, covers on to my brother because she thought it would be funny. Him and his wife were upset by it and ended up cutting off their relationship with my mom for several months. She swore that it was fine because he sends her pics of his butt all the time, so she thought that he'd laugh. This resulted in my dad and I spending weeks trying to explain to my mom why her relationship with my brother is weird, but she wouldn't listen. However, she did agree to have some more boundaries. I think they need more than boundaries here because, bro, that just a whole nother level. That is something else, and I don't even what the heck. Eventually, him and his wife started talking to my mom again, and they all act like nothing happened, which is very normal in the family. The boundaries that she promised to keep all went out the window, and so did his. They went back to talking about sex and talking all the time, but they stopped sending inappropriate pictures to each other. Well, at least that's something, I guess. Recently, the relationship became even more strained between my brother and my mom due to his wife, so they aren't talking again. Now my mom is spending every day crying and sleeping because even though she is pissed at my brother, she still wants to see him. I've spent years trying to talk to her about how weird the relationship is between her and my brother, but she'll only listen when she's upset with him. 99% of the time she sees nothing wrong, but I'm convinced that their relationship is really weird, which has caused some heated arguments between my mom and I. No, you are not in this situation. I feel sorry for you being in between all these people because, girl, I don't even know how you survive that stuff. That is just way too much, way too much, way too much. The mom needs boundaries. It's okay to have boundaries, people. You need to set them. In a relationship like this, it seems very, a little much. Very much. I do not think that they're the problem. I think their mom and brother are the problem. And they need to go seek counseling or something because, girl, what? What did we just read? That's going to be a lot for me to digest. And I feel like I need to go bleach my eyeballs after reading this. Anyways, let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about this. And if you like this type of content. If so, I'll do some more of them. Or if you even have suggestions for certain ones you want me to read or stories or anything. Let me know down in the comments or go to my Instagram. I'll have that link down below and let me know what you all thought about this. And I hope you all have a good day. And I'm going to be triggered after this and need to go watch something to get this out of my head. But hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye. And yeah, follow me down below if you want to keep up with me and follow my social medias. Bye.